We're in control. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We're alone. That's no good. Alright, good time. So we can take a look around this place and, you know, hang out and such. I think we can get a new newspaper from a store here. So I think to advance the plot, you pretty much just want to go around and talk to everybody. Essentially. How you doing, sir? These days I find myself looking forward to mealtime so I can read letters from my family while I eat. It sure ain't the food that puts a smile on my face, that's for sure. I don't think I could keep this slop down if I didn't have these letters to take my mind off it. Meh, it's slop. McDonald's style. The Vanders are a military family entrusted with the protection of the Imperial family. They're also famous for their house's style of swordsmanship. A few of them serve in the Imperial Army, actually. You've got Lieutenant General Vander from the 3rd Armored Division, and there's apparently another Vander in the 7th. You should ask Major Neidhart more. I heard those two were classmates. How you doing, Mr. Chef? Chef Mosul. There are thousands of soldiers stationed here in Garrelia Fortress. That means it can get awfully crowded here in the mess hall, so we do everything in shifts. Though you inevitably get people coming in late, so we never get it. So we never really have much in the way of downtime. That's a shame. Like when Dorothy asked Rose for a newspaper, but asked specifically for the Metro section, and when Rose hands Dorothy the Metro section, Dorothy hits Rose with it. Classic. Ooh. It's Chef Sly. What? Did you come back to complain about the food some more? That was just a welcome meal of sorts. It's not like we serve food like that every day of the week. Just 6 days out of 7. Bye. We got some, well, we have plenty of roasted coffee, but we have hashed beef rice. A meal served once a week in the Imperial Army. Restores 3,000 HP, 10 CP, and speed up by 25% for 3 turns. Wonder if that's like corned beef hash. We'll get one of those, because why not? Alright. Let's see what's going on around here. Central Freight Platform. Motor pool. We're not loving it. How you doing? Hey, you must be those students from the military academy. So what do you think of Garrelia? Interested in working here after you graduate? I admit the food's pretty awful, but other than that, it's not a bad place to work. Oh yeah? It's a room. I guess this is one of the guest rooms. Newfie style. Doo-doo-doo. Tour Garrelia Fortress. How you doing? Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. It made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Reen? Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately, ever since we arrived in Legram. I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. Uh-oh. It's a kitty! But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. One time Rose went on a tangent during a trivia board game. Dorothy asks for the rulebook, and when someone hands Dorothy the rulebook, Dorothy hits Rose with it. Possessed? Yikes! That's kind of an unsettling thought. It is, isn't it? Whew. Glad I told her to go back when we reached Seldic. This fortress is so vast, I could see myself getting lost if I'm not careful. I'm glad I didn't bring her along. What is it? Uh-huh. How you doing, sir? Today's military exercise is a big one. They're pulling out all the stops today. The guys who are actually participating already left a while ago, though. Last Claudia style. It's Sarah. Oh yeah, Toval gave me a call about what happened in Legram. So you had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits. Yeah, Toval looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him, too. Do you know anything about them? Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name Uberos. Dun-dun! They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than the most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundation of entire nation-states. And these are the people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Heh, well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters like the ones you fought archaisms. And lately it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way onto the black market. Uh-oh. Black market style. I hear Steve Peterson has a lot of shady dealings in the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days, all over the Empire and beyond. Wow, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind at least. Right. I'll be sure to let the others know, too. Honestly, as if we don't have enough to worry about with terrorists out there, and the two factions at each other's throats. She'd just play innocent too, even if I tried to press her about it. Who do you mean? Just talking to myself. Anyway, you just focus on your field study right now. Between this fortress and the training exercise you'll be observing this afternoon, you'll have a front row seat to see what the military is all about. Understood, instructor. I hear he buys a lot of, like, drugs from the black market and forces his coaches to take them. What do we got over here? Private Dawkin. Welcome to Garrelia Fortress. You and your classmates from Thor's military academy have been granted permission to explore the fortress. As long as you don't stray outside the permitted area, you're free to go wherever you'd like. Nice. Private Marvo. The corridor on the right leads to the right wing of the fortress. Left, you'll find the guest rooms and briefing room. That staircase over there leads to the command center, but you haven't been granted permission to go inside. What? Come on, man. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. Maybe they'll decide to show you around there later. They better. Rat bastages. Private scene. Here's the shop. Hey there, I take care of resupplying soldiers' personal equipment. I've got permission to sell to you, so if there's anything you need, just let me know. Okay. Shop, 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 shop. No new master chords. They got the same weapons as before. Okay, got some accessories. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And a new issue of the newspaper. Imperial Chronicle issue 7. History's first international conference begins. Who's going to be in attendance? Plus the Orcus Tower. Orcus Tower? We gotta get an issue of the newspaper. By law. You have to, man. You literally have to. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Alright. Customize weapon. I don't think we can get anything new there. Shigor. Is this new stuff? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the same thing we have on, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Settle down, Beavis. It's gonna be alright, I promise. Okay. We got a new newspaper. No, 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 no. Issue 7. Special feature, West Zamuria Trade Conference. The West Zamuria Trade Conference has finally commenced. Also, I hear that Rose got hit in the head with this newspaper. As the first international conference of its kind, it has naturally become the subject of much attention and discussion since its initial announcement. We will be bringing you the latest news from the Crossbelt State itself, where the representatives of the various nations attending continue to arrive. The 4 nations' representatives. Each of the attendees is of the highest standing in their respective countries. Representing our nation of Arabonia will be Prince Oliver, on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor, and Chancellor Osborne. The delegate from the Calvard Republic will be Head of State President Rocksmith, and the Principality of Remiferia, to the north, will be represented by Prince Albert. Prince Albert, get it? Prince Albert. Lastly, Crown Princess Claudia will be the spokesperson for the Liberal Kingdom to the south. Nice. The Orcus Tower. The conference will be held in the recently completed skyscraper, Orcus Tower, overtaking the Reinford Building in Ruhr as the continent's tallest building at 40 floors and over 250 arg in height. Rumor has it you can't even see its top from the ground. It's believed that the building will be unveiled during the trade conference's opening ceremony. The conference's direction. With the heads of the various nations in Western Zamuria gathering in one place for the trade conference, what matters will be discussed? A former diplomat offered his opinion. It is difficult to predict. The President of the Calvard Republic and head of the Arabonian government coming together for a discussion like this is unprecedented. No matter what topics of discussion come in, the outcome of this conference is sure to determine the direction of international politics for years to come. Specialists in the field of policy, international relations, and economy will be watching with bated breath. Economy. Tax increase in Norsha Province. Norsha Province is set to join the provinces of Lamar and Crucian in implementing significant tax increases. It appears. Freaking taxes! Tax hike. Tax hike! The unprecedentedly steep increase has been met with staunch opposition from across the province. Furthermore, the Rheinford Company, which has its corporate headquarters in Ruhr, the provincial capital, has issued a statement regarding the tax increases for the first time. The company stated that it believes the increases may potentially slow the growth of the Erebonian economy, and has made its opinions known to the Marquis Ragnar in writing. They wrote angry letters, didn't you know? Spotlight, the Lesage Boutique. Starting this fall, the head store of boutique chain Lesage will begin carrying products from the Strega Corporation. Nice. If functional yet fashionable sneakers are what you want, come along to Lesage. Sneaker style. Alright, good times. How you doing? It's Laura! I'd heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy. If he's going around training all the soldiers in places this massive. Indeed. I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea his teachings are actually being applied, though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. Indeed. It's Fee! The soldiers here seem pretty well trained. Pretty well equipped, too, like you'd expect from the Empire's biggest fortress. You'd need to put in some serious prep time if you wanted to topple it. Fee, I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of the soldiers. Old habits die hard. How you doing, sir? Garrelia Fortress is the eastern cornerstone of the Empire, in both size and strategic importance. In addition to all the guardsmen assigned to the fortress, the 5th Armored Division is stationed here as well. If you go by the sheer number of soldiers, Garrelia is easily the Empire's largest military base. Having that kind of power on display here will make Calvard think twice before messing with us. I heard this base was attacked by the Bischoff military once. Little fun fact for you. So that's Major Neidhart of the 4th Armored Division, huh? In his time serving under Lieutenant General Craig. I hear he's come to be considered one of the Army's top 2 most promising young officers. And he's actually pretty handsome, if I say so myself. I'd bet anything he flies right up the ranks. Maybe. What do we got over here? Barracks. Ba 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 ba! We're not loving it. You've only been granted permission to explore certain parts of the left wing. Everywhere else is off limits. If it's any consolation, there's not much worth seeing in the right wing, to be honest. It's mostly just storage rooms. That's too bad. It's locked. There's no way to explore past here. There's no reason for this! That's garbage. We're not allowed in the barracks. Motor pool. Are we allowed in the motor pool? Apparently we are. What about... Are we allowed up here? I think we are. We're allowed up here. It's cool. This is so bad. What are these fart knockers up to? Lieutenant General Walter. Who the hell? So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress. Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's... This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Garrelia Fortress. He also serves as He also serves as... He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts that you'd be able to endure the military's training regiment with a physique like that. Oh, I'd be fine. You sure you're training them properly, Major? My apologies, sir. Though I hear the Academy has a former bracer as their combat instructor. They must really be scraping bottom. I've heard of the Purple Lightning before, of course, but a bracer is still a bracer. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Thor's isn't what it used to be. I'm not liking this guy already. Well, no surprise here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Garrelia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well. I'll take my leave here, as I have business to attend to. He's leaving! Good. Get out of here, you're bothering me. Ooh. He's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defensive fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course. Good luck with your work, instructor. I'll see you later, then. I'll see you later, buddy. How you doing? You haven't been granted permission to enter the command center. I'll need to ask you to leave. Oh, damn it! I want to go in the command center, by God! Lieutenant General Walter and Major Neidhart's voices can be heard coming from within the room. They seem really busy. Maybe I should look somewhere else. Maybe. Sir, you can't go in there. It's okay. I'm the limo driver. You know what I'm talking about? Wonder if we can go up here. I think that also goes down there. Can we go up here? Can we? We can! Ooh! Look at that. Looks like this is the fortress's airport. The sign said airport left, so we went home. There might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. It could happen. You'll find Garrelia Canyon to the east, and Crossbell lies beyond it. They're currently in the middle of some international conference over there. You don't say. How you doing, sir? We're about to head out for our military exercise. They say the 4th Armored Division is the strongest unit in the Imperial Army. Heh, I'm looking forward to this. Try not to get too close to the airships. Right. What's your problem, sir? Engineer. He's got a clipboard. Right, that should do it. Normally I'd tell you how powerful these things are, but you're about to see for yourself. Okay. It's got cannons on it! That's exciting. Do-do-do-do-do. How you doing? Crazy. It really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong, you two? Oh, we were talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I bet he was planning to spill coffee on someone. I can imagine. It seemed like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. It has offices, an entertainment district, and all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves, Hasty Steven style. I'd go as far to say they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh? A little bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the first one behind the annexation in the first place. I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing well. It also told me he used to be some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. What a bastage. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they'd do so now that they're under Erebonia's protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Sounds like it. Sure, I've heard the claims that Chancellor Osborne's main priority is Erebonian territorial expansion. Am I being too hard-headed? Probably. You one stubborn kid. Ah, well. We're here anyway. Might as well try to enjoy it. Might as well. Might as well be walking on the sun and then the morning comes Pacific Coast Party. So, that's kind of a thing. Alright, now we want to go downstairs and talk to the rest of the people. Uh-oh. It's the motor pool, also known as a parking lot. So they park all their tanks and such. Newfie style. They got tanks. Seems like this is the hangar for tanks and armored cars. It's kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. Yeah, well, that's how it is in the Mushroom Kingdom. How you doing, sir? Lunch is waiting for me after this. I can hear it calling my name. Just gotta keep it up a bit longer. Yeah. We spent the whole night fitting the old tanks with C units for today's military exercise. Can you believe it? I've been at this all night without so much a minute of shut-eye.
Lance, be ready. We're gonna go get gas in a few minutes.
Looks like I'm going out for lunch here pretty soon. Which is good, because I'm pretty hungry. How you doing, sir? This is the first hangar where we keep our tanks. Every soldier in the 5th Army Division knows it back to front. Be sure to take a good look around. Well, can we go this way? We can! That's a big door, though. Wow. They're walking! Who walks? That's just stupid. There's another train. Honk honk. Honk your horn if you're horny and such. I can't believe the size of this place. Oh? Given that uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much, Popcorn Kapow style. Might as well head over there. Oh, that returns to the fortress. I see how it works. How you doing, sir? Oh, you're one of those students from Thor's, aren't you? Don't wander off on your own or anything. Security's on high alert because of the trade conference. That's a shame. We're working some pretty rough shifts already, so we don't need you causing us any extra trouble. I'm not gonna cause trouble! Come on, man! What are you doing? Alright. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da. Alright. So I'm gonna go have some lunch. I'll be back.